It's 2025. I'm tackling my backlog. I already got 3 games done this year, and I got a plan. I'm starting with the games I first added to my backlog, because they got there first.
You remember the code, right?
Unless something catches my eye, then I'll shake up the format. Something did catch my eye. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales came to Steam in late 2022, and I immediately put it on my wish list. And in the past year, it landed at the #1 spot at the top of my wish list. Yeah, I rank my wish list, and you should too. Every time it would go on sale, I don't think it would go under 30, maybe 25 bucks. And I was so hung up with being a frugal gamer and having always bought games on sale or secondhand in the past, that I wasn't sure if I would buy it for that price. Especially one of the things I knew going in was it was a shorter game. However, this past Steam winter sale, my brother surprised me Christmas Eve with purchasing the gift. It's out of the top of my wish list. He bought it for me.
Check it. Christmas present from Spider-Man.
I knew I was gonna have to play it a lot sooner. So I escaped the winter outside to the winter of New York City, swinging and flipping through the air as Miles Morales. Spider-Man is on vacation, and Miles has to hold it down while trying his best to not be like a substitute.
Hey, right here.
What? Not you, my cat, named after the real Spider-Man.
I am not very knowledgeable on superheroes, I never have been. I've watched some of the movies and I've enjoyed them, but what has really pulled me in has been video games. I'd always tell people that I'd rather be Batman than watch Batman, and the Batman Arkham series gave me a great appreciation for Batman, being able to play as him, and it's really been no different with the Spider-Man series.
Whenever you say Spider-Man, you always mean the other one. You're Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Miles Morales comes after Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, another game that I played and loved so much after waiting very patiently for it to come to PC before I could get my hands on it. Miles Morales was no different. If anything, the gameplay felt a little smoother, and it just that much more enjoyable. I've heard criticisms for how short Miles Morales is.
You know I'm taller than you now, right?
Not in here.
I understand that. It is on the shorter side.
Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, alright?
But it does not lack in quality at all. Steam has me clocked at 9.2 hours in game, and I've completed my first playthrough at 71% completion. I enjoyed the series. I enjoyed the characters. Keep in mind, I don't know what they're like in the comic. With all that aside, I was able to enjoy it and appreciate the story that they did. I played 9.2 hours, and I have 71% completion. You got the option for New Game Plus. I could play New Game Plus, or maybe try it on harder difficulty, because I did it on the second hardest difficulty. I can't remember what it's called. I thoroughly enjoyed the story, traversal, and combat. One improvement from the first game that I'd like to note that was so very much appreciated was the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app. There's an app in game where you're able to pull up this app, and it'll have categories of activities that you could do, which would be side missions, side objectives, like fighting crime and doing trainings and stuff like that. And being able to have them sorted, but not just by the category, but how far away they were. So you could just, let me track the one that's closest to me, and then you're going to it. That was a quality of life improvement that I appreciated so much over the first game. I love the traversal. It is so fluid, it is so smooth, and flipping around in the air, I loved doing that. And just pulling up that app, being able to pick an objective without having to be pulled out of it, going into a menu or seeing the map and having to select one, try to debate which one is closer, select it, and then go back into the game. It's much more seamless with this, and I just want to say I really appreciated that feature. I beat Miles Morales in under 10 hours. I could definitely see myself going back and playing again. It really is a fun game. I'm not hung up on achievements and objectives and stuff like that. I could see myself going through and playing games again. A feeling that I remember this feeling from when I had games on the PS2 and when I played my brother's games on the N64 and SNES. Which honestly feels like a good thing. That's something I've missed, is wanting to replay a game. This would be a game I might want to replay down the future. But I did just finish this. When this video uploads, the Steam release of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will only be 3 days away. Now, I think I mentioned early on, I was so hesitant to get this game because I am a frugal gamer and I always get things on sale. But now I have the weird scenario of having been caught up with a series. So many games in my backlog are several installments of one series, and some of those series still have more games coming out. It's like, how can I get the newer ones if I don't play the old ones? You don't have to, and sometimes I play things out of order, but now I'm all caught up and I want more, and you're telling me there's going to be more in just 3 days? I don't know anything about Spider-Man 2. I know it came out on console sooner. It felt truly amazing to be able to just play a game and be excited about playing that game, enjoy it for what it was, and then be done. And I think that leaves room for me to be able to go back if I want to play more, but I didn't have obligations in getting all of the achievements, ticking off the list. I am working at the backlog, and I really do want to enjoy these games. One of the biggest things about going through the backlog, other than, you know, some of us wrestle with and I still do sometimes wrestle with the cost sunk fallacy. All of that aside, gaming should be fun. And if you're not having fun, why are we doing this? I had a lot of fun with this, and I went out of order. After this, though, the next game in line that I'm planning on is another 2014 game that I added. Well, a game that was added in 2014 would have been Portal 2. I just played Portal this past year. I'm pretty excited to go and do that, and I guess that's one of the things I'm most thankful for is looking back at my backlog now, looking at the games, is seeing them as individual games rather than a heaping behemoth of games that I feel obligated to play. Rather, I feel like it's like a bookshelf and I can just pull one off and play. So up next will be Portal 2. So what about you? Do you have a method to go through your backlog? And if so, has a game jumped out at you that made you break that rule?